What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Want to give a shout out to all of my subscribers. 1,817. We hit that 1,800 subscriber mark, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate all of the support here on the Micro Futures Trader channel. Guys, we're taking a look at the Flare network chart, getting some movement to the upside that we were looking for, and it's finally starting to pick up some momentum. Let's take a step back real quick and kind of where, hindsight's 2020 in the markets, and although we can learn from it, it doesn't necessarily help in real time. But if we can learn from it, we could use it as a tool and potentially get into positions, and the end result is making money, making trades. So we had this pennant pattern here, which we actually had a decent breakout to the upside here for this on I remember this day, the 21st of February, guys. Broke out of the pennant pattern, traded all the way up, found resistance at one of our levels, which was 49.10. And 49.10 was our high was 49.22. Our resistance is at 49.10, and then wicked all the way back down. Unfortunately, that was a breakout, but it was a very weak close. We closed way in the bottom of the range for that candle wick. And then the party was over as we just basically got back into the pattern, turned the pattern into resistance right at our 3962, and then faded very fast. We had this concerning wedge up right here where the price wedged up right into resistance at 34.10. And then we had the capitulation day right here. This is a 21.45% day down in the red, closing below all potential support. You'll see that over in the stock market and in some cryptocurrencies that you'll get these capitulation moves where basically the bottom is falling out. It's a vertical line, a vertical candle to the downside. It's red. That can be and sometimes is the bottom day. Sometimes the worst day in the stock market is the bottom, and then you get a vicious rally to the upside. So for Flare network, so far anyways, we had that capitulation day, which closed, like I said, below our lowest support here was 2695, I believe that says 2695 is our green line right here. So our day of the bottom, we closed below that, which was a concern, but our RSI was very oversold, down in the 20s. The next day was a good day because it wasn't the greatest looking candle, but it got us back above our 2695, our 2790 support areas. The next day that followed that, which was the 17th of March, was a very nice day, and we have been trading up ever since. We have a change in trend for Flare. We have a change back to the upside. You might be asking, why is that? Well, let's take a look. So we have this move down here. This is a lower low. We undercut all of these lows here with a new low right here. So we have an obvious trend to the downside. We rallied up to a lower high right here. That is a thing of concern. We've spoken about this in many of our other videos, probably not Flare videos, but definitely Casper cryptocurrency, XRP, probably Tesla. When we get that lower high move, the move to follow can be ugly. It can be that new lower low, which is what we saw right here. And it was a huge move to the downside. So we've obviously V-rallied. we got back above our 279 and our 269 support. Found a little bit of resistance right here at our 3139. You can see it acted as resistance like it should for a while. We had all of those candle wicks right here. And then it finally broke yesterday. Big up day. 12.1% day for Flare, getting us back above the 3139. But also, more importantly, it gave us a higher high. We took out this lower high right here yesterday. We blasted above it, getting a higher high. So we have that trend change. Now we are into, instead of lower highs like we had here, we are into a higher high. We're getting a little bit of a pullback today. It's stopping though right at where it should, at this old resistance. So we're turning that into support right at 34.10 and 33.52. Let me clean this up a little bit. It's getting just a little bit busy here. So Flare looking good. We have that change in trend. We now are printing, we have printed a higher high, and we took out the lower high. So that is very good for the bullish scenario. Hindsight's 2020. This was a great area to accumulate at the 2790, 2695. I'm sure some of you, judging by the comments, were accumulating down somewhere within these levels. You know, you don't have to catch the exact bottom to do very well in a longer term trend in the market or the cryptocurrency market, whatever the case may be. So we printed that higher high. Now we have a change in trend. We're pulling back. We'll see how far we pull back if we blast higher. We're finding some resistance at our level, which is 3802, which is this blue level right here. That's a resistance level. Also, guys, if we head over to the left-hand side of the chart, we have all of this supply above the market. Right where the price is currently trading is basically the bottom end range of that supply. So it's natural to hit its head up there, trade up to that area, and find a little bit of a struggle. Perhaps we'll pull back. You know, we already did today so far, right to this area, and then we get that next higher high, giving the price, you know, the price will pull back. Some buyers will step up. So far, the buyers have stepped in today so far. You can see our candle wick here has pulled back. We are well off the lows, and some buyers stepped in there at the old resistance, which is now support, and getting ready to move higher. So things are looking good here for Flare. Keeping in mind that the price so far has found resistance at the 3802 blue line on my chart, hitting that and trading that perfectly up to that level, and then pulls back down. So you can see along the way here, we have all of these lines, and they can all act as the same thing as resistance as the price moves to the upside. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, to see this thing maybe take a pause and then just blast way into this and right back up into these higher levels, right into this zone. And the reason why is people got very bearish down here and probably threw in the towel, sold their Flare, and, you know, the bulls and these sharks step in, accumulate as much as they can, buy up your Flare as you're dumping it, and the rally starts. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a big move here. Definitely into all of these zones here, maybe even breaking the high over here on the 11th of January. So keep your eye out on this thing. If Bitcoin starts to get its act together, we could see a big move for Flare coming. Speaking of Bitcoin, real quick, Bitcoin is finding resistance at the level we have been talking about for a while, guys, which is 28,249 still is resistance. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days so far of candle wicks above that level. Can't get a solid close above it, and now we are looking like we're going to get a pullback here, maybe down to that 26,023 or 25,726. So that's looks like Flare is kind of moving on its own right now, but keeping in mind that Bitcoin is looking like it wants to pull back a little bit, but we still have a target up here at 30,234. That's this white line right on the chart. All right, guys. Wrap this video up here. Looking for big things for Flare. Doesn't mean we won't see any kind of a little pullback here. Putting in another higher, or putting in a higher low, and then maybe we get that big blast to the upside. So be prepared. Be prepared for that. Be prepared for anything in these markets, guys. Not financial advice. Thanks for joining us here on the channel. Also, the RSI looks very good as we're trending higher. You guys have a great weekend. I'll catch you in the next one.